The ancient dead language was untranslatable until Human asked, "You guys still use that dialect?" Dr. Sarah Chun had spent 12 years of her life staring at the Vidian tablets, the ancient stone slabs discovered in a sealed chamber beneath the ruins of Kepler. 442b's largest city contained over 10,000 lines of intricate symbols that had defied every attempt at translation. The greatest xenolinguist in the galaxy had tried and failed. Advanced AI systems had analyzed the patterns millions of times, finding nothing but meaningless noise. Sarah rubbed her tired eyes as she sat in the research station's cafeteria, the tablet's holographic projection still dancing in her peripheral vision. She'd missed another family dinner vid call. Another birthday, another excuse me, is this seat taken? She looked up to see Ambassador Zix Theta, the recently arrived Alaran diplomat. His 4 arms gestured politely at the empty chair across from her. The Altarians had only made contact with humanity 3 months ago, and their presence still felt surreal. "Please sit," Sarah mumbled, turning back to her datapad where the cursed symbols mocked her. Zix Theta settled into the specially modified chair, his crystalline eyes reflecting the holographic display. He tilted his elongated head. "Fascinating. Are those decorative patterns from your homeworld?" Sarah laughed bitterly. "I wish. They're the Vidian tablets. Dead language from a civilization that vanished 8,000 years ago. We've been trying to crack it for decades. It's become something of an academic joke. The untranslatable language." The ambassador leaned forward, his mandibles clicking in what Sarah had learned was the Alarian equivalent of a frown. "May I?" He gestured at her datapad. "Sure, why not?" Everyone else hastried. Zuka studied the symbols for amament, then made a sound that Sarah's translator couldn't parse. Something between a whistle and a laugh. "Oh, this brings back memories. My grandmother still writes her shopping lists in this script." Sarah's coffee mug froze halfway to her lips. "I'm sorry, what?" "Well, it's a bit old-fashioned. You understand? We mostly use Standard Galactic now, but the older generation in the outer colonies, you know how they are about tradition." He pointed at a series of symbols. "This part here is talking about grain storage. Very practical people. The old colonists." "The old colonists?" Sarah's voice came out as a squeak. "Always the Vidians, though we just called them the first wave. They left Alir about 12,000 years ago to establish farming colonies. Tough people, very determined. When a great solar flare hit their system 8 millennia back, we lost contact. We assumed they'd all died." His upper arms gestured apologetically. "Very sad. We still teach their dialect and historical studies, though hardly anyone uses it anymore except for ceremonies. And, well, my grandmother Sarah's hands trembled as she pulled up more images of the tablets. Can you read all of this?" "Most of it, yes. My dialect coach would be horrified by some of my pronunciations, but, oh, this section is interesting. It's a record of their adaptation techniques for non-native soil. Very innovative for the time. And hair." He pointed to another section. "They're discussing their children learning to sing the homeland songs. Quite poetic, actually." 12 years, Sarah whispered. "I've spent 12 years of my life trying to decode this." Zixita's 4 hands gestured in what seemed to be embarrassment. "Epis, if we'd known you had Vidian artifacts, we would have mentioned the connection sooner. It simply didn't occur to us that anyone would be interested in such an old dialect. It would be like humans getting excited about. What's that dead earth language?" "Latin." "Latin is still considered historically significant." Exactly my point. To us, Vidian is just something students complain about having to learn in school. When will we ever use this in real life? They say. He chuckled. I suppose the answer is when meeting humans who've spent decades trying to translate it. Sarah pulled up her communication interface with shaking fingers. "I need to call my team in the Xenoarchaeology department and the director. And would you allow me to translate the full tablets for you?" Zix Theta offered casually. "It should only take a few hours, though I might need to call my grandmother for some of the more archaic terms. She'll be thrilled someone finally cares about proper Vidian grammar, As Sarah watched the ambassador begin casually reading aloud text that had consumed her entire career, she couldn't decide whether to laugh or cry. The greatest linguistic mystery of the century solved over coffee by someone's grandmother's shopping list language. Sometimes she thought the universe had a very strange sense of humor.